Alright, good morning. I'm Wallaber, and this is Pro Gymnast I'm working on. This is a Saturday dev stream, so maybe slightly longer than normal. I usually work 1 hour a day on this game on the weekdays. And then on Saturdays I get a luxurious maybe 2 hours or so where I can work on the game and stream the development. So that's what we're about to do. Let's see. I'm kind of in the, let's go look at it. I'm in the, let's finish this thing stage. Here is my Trello. This backlog here is things that would like to be in the game but I don't think are necessary for the first release. This is the list of things that are necessary for the first release. Bugs I want to keep an eye on, and then what I'm working on. So I've been working on gameplay sound effects. Yesterday we kind of finished up sounds for the sliding objects as well as the doors opening and closing, which made me realize we need sounds for rotating motorized objects. So that's where we're headed. First stop today. First stop, motorized rotored objects getting sounds. Here's some examples. So here's a free spinning object. Oh, that was quick. Thank you very much for the follow. Oh man. Jamie Huesa, hello. Thank you very much. Thanks for dropping by. Bright and early on a Saturday morning. At least it is here. I don't know where you are, what time it is. This is a free rotating prop, for example. Here's another example. You kind of have to imagine that white and black element isn't there. That's just for capturing thumbnails in the level editor. Oh, from Spain, 5 p.m. Well, good afternoon, good evening, I guess. And thanks for dropping by. Recently, I've been watching a show on Netflix here in the US called Money Heist, which I think is called La Casa de Papel or something like that in Spanish. It's a Spanish language show. Awesome. It's a really good show. I'm super into it. I've been watching it almost every night. Okay. Yeah, it's a really good show. I'm on the second season, I guess, maybe halfway through. It's getting ridiculous. I have no idea how they're going to keep up the story. So this one needs a motor sound, right? It's motorized. We need sounds. So we're going to do this very similar to we did with the others. And this is going to be just like, yeah, this is going to be just like the movers, I think. Yeah. So we're going to want audio source. This is going to be the loop. And then we also want a start and stop, I guess, like we did with the other one. This makes me wish I had made this into like a little component or something. So we have loop, start, and stop. And we're going to go with the same sounds as the movers, I think. So this is, all three of these need to be on the world sounds. Oh, that's right. That's what I was messing with last time. Okay, I'm going to have to keep an eye on... I'm having a problem where I've added this new mixer group and my props, which are in an asset bundle, were kind of getting that reference not working properly. So when I mute that group, for example, these sounds didn't get muted, which was really strange. So we're going to have to try and figure that out today as well. Okay, so this is going to be mover. Which one was it? There's the loop. Okay. This is going to be the start. And this is going to be the end. Okay. And now let's go find our track mover. And you can really tell that I'm nearing the end of working on this game because some of the choices I'm gonna make are slightly, like, these are the kind of things where you're like, oh, I really should like refactor this into some other separate code or something. And then you go, well, I'm almost done. And it's like refactoring will take more time, and then the payoff would only come if I used that refactored code in several places to make up for the time. And this is the kind of case where it's like, I'm not sure that'll be the case, so I'm just gonna... why is this all... Hang on. Had this happen multiple times now where Visual Studio Code suddenly can't find anything. I like Visual Studio Code quite a bit, but working it with Unity is like it's constantly getting broken. We're gonna go here to the preferences, yeah, and we're gonna try this reset arguments, reset project files, or regenerate project files, and see if when we come back in now, this thing actually recognizes stuff. Okay, so far so good. Alright, so I already copied that over, so now I want to go find my couple lines of code here that actually do the... this. Okay, and my motor script is going to have like almost the exact same code, which is why maybe I should be moving this into some other kind of, you know, little like looping audio script or something. Whatever. Okay. So now that we've got the references here, all we need to do is work out when it's moving versus not. Oh, look at this, we have a thing called do rotate. This is probably what we need. Here we say, do we have a signal? And if we're the type that's just a motor, not a servo, do rotate is based on if it's based on if we're a motor or not. Okay. Oh no, wait, this is not going to be exactly what we want. Although motor is on. Let's look at this. False. Come in here, we're rotating. Otherwise, okay. So what we want, let's go here and just say is moving equals false, right? And for this first part here, we could basically just say is moving equals m motor is on. Oh wait, let's go down a few lines lower because all the way up till here, that variable is kind of telling us what we need to know, except for in this case here. So there we just have to do something like that, and then say if mRote accum does not equal pre-rote. Not is moving, I don't want an if there, please. If that, then is moving is true, which is the defaulted to false at the top here, right? Okay. So now we should be able to go here and say update audio is moving, and the rest of this works like our thing. Okay. Okay, so now if we look here, this script here, motorized rotor, now has reference for a loop, and an intro, and an outro. Okay. And let's see. Let's go do that now for the other one, which is the powered grab wheel. This one. Okay. So that one gets some sound sources as well. Oh, did I sell these to 3D? I want these to be 3D. I gotta go back and fix that on the other one. Let me go find its motor script, which is right here. Intro audio source, looping audio source, outro audio source. Okay. Let's go back to the other one. Not that one. This one. Make sure these are 3D. And no, not Doppler level. I was just gonna set the minimum distance to 1.5. Okay. There we go. I think I screwed that up on these ones as well. Let's go fix that. 1.5. Okay. All right. Now we should be able to build our asset bundles. Which is something we do here on this project quite frequently. And it gives you a moment to reflect. Think about your day. Think about your plans, future plans, past experiences. Or just kind of vaguely get frustrated that every time you want to check the new props in the game, you have to sit here and watch 6 or 7 random progress bars. Take your pick. Alright. Usually I use this time to think about what I'm going to do next. This is almost done now. Let's see, after we get those, we need a confetti cannon sound. I believe there isn't one. We're going to double check. Okay. So here we go. Now, let's see how this is looking. So we need to test these rotors. Maybe we'll go find a level that's got one in it. This one has one. This one is very rude to the Gymnast, though. Let's try something. Here we go. I think this is the one I was looking at recently. It reminded me. Maybe not. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. Let's go look. Have we an audio source on this? We do. Okay. Are any of them playing? Doesn't appear that they are. Well, they shouldn't be right now. They should be now. Okay, we didn't have this set to loop, which is a thing. Still not so sure I'm hearing anything. World sounds is... yeah, nothing happening in world sounds right now. Now, is this because of the issue I was talking about earlier? Yes. Okay, did you see that? We weren't hearing it. All I did was reconnect world sounds here, and suddenly it's working. Which is very concerning. Yep, there we're hearing it. Oh, Shadow Games. Nice to see ya. Thanks for dropping by. I'm doing well, thank you. I'm currently trying to think about how I solve what appears to be a bug. So I realized that when you pause the game, I want to be able to pause the sounds that are happening in the world that I've been adding these last few days, like the you know, for moving objects, motor sounds, stuff like that. And in order to turn off those sounds, but still hear like the UI, like clicks and stuff when you're in the menus, I added this world sounds mixer, or I don't know what you call it, category to the mixer. It's like a, you can look in the hierarchy, you can't see the hierarchy there, but hang on, put this up here. That is hierarchically speaking underneath sound effects. So that here's my master sound effects volume, and in it I've got things for ambience and then things for sounds in the world. And then other things like UI just directly on the sound effects, like layer or whatever. And I thought that was cool because then when I pause I can just drop world sounds down to 0. The problem I'm having is that all the props in the game are prefabs, but they're not just prefabs, they're actually associated with an asset bundle. And the reason they are is because that's how I find all the props. I search for them, you know, when you're in the editor and I'm like showing you the options for all the props that can be in the game. And I must admit that I'm slowly regretting that decision for various reasons. Main one is that every time I change a prop, I have to rebuild the whole asset bundle. Oh, hey Sympathy, thanks for checking in, and I appreciate the official Sympathy cat lurk emote very much. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, so because these are, I don't know if the problem is because they're in an asset bundle or not, but now what's happening is any references I give to this new audio mixer are not working properly when I instantiate the props. And my proof is this. So if I load up a level here, like this one, it has a motorized spinning wheel thingy. Alright. Okay, I just added the sound of this thing. You should hear it right now going, right? But you don't hear it right now, which makes no sense. And if I go look at this thing, which is right, where is it? Here, you can see that we've got some audio sources on it. Here they are. And they all claim that they're attached to this world sounds. But if you look at the mixer, world sounds, nothing happening. Now watch this. But I have these 3 selected behind my head here, and I just reassign world sounds, and I fixed that this is supposed to be looping. Right? Oh, maybe. Wait. Oh, I was so convinced that this was going to reproduce my issue. But maybe not. I had it a second ago where this was how I was. Oh wait, I don't want this all on loop. I just want this one to be on loop. I'm definitely not hearing it right now. If I reassign this, I know, it's been fun to just think about what I've been putting these gymnasts through as I test sound effects. You're actually lucky I picked a level here that is relatively polite to the gymnast. I had another option where the gymnast gets flung around and smacked against a wall. I chose not to subject you to observing that. Alright, but see, why? Why no sound? It's not a 2D, 3D thing. Yeah. Yeah, still, this is like a astronaut training or something happening right now. Okay, so if we solo this group, huh? Do I need to there we hear it. All right. Well, I do have. All right, let's before we get to before we overthink things, and maybe on like, let's test a few more scenarios. Let's load up a different one now. What would be a good one? Okay, this is the one I was mentioning. Ow, right? Did you notice how you're not hearing that motorized object? Right? Let's go like this. Let's go look at it. Undo, maximize. Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Let's go find our... where is it? Here it is. Okay, I have a couple problems with this that I have to fix in the prefab. Okay, let's look at it again. Retry. Still not hearing it, right? Weird thing is, if you look at the mixer, right? Watch when the Gymnast makes an impact sound. Boom, right? Boom, right? That's all happening in world sounds, which is currently soloed, but like, even if it wasn't, like this, right? Sounds are definitely coming through world sounds, except for this little spinny guy. And it seems if I go here to the spinny guy and I just reassign the world sounds mixer reference, and then I run this again, now we hear it. Here, let's go like this. Solo this. Oh, here it is. Right? Ooh, there it is. And you can see its evidence right here. So the asset bundle is my main hypothesis as the culprit here, because those other sounds that play on world sounds, how do they happen? They happen primarily from this script, which is just a script in the scene. You know, it's a script in the scene that when I run the scene, it instantiates like a handful of audio sources. You can see them right here behind my head. If I click on them, you see them on the right there. Here's all these audio sources that it created, and it sets them up to be on world sounds, and they're the ones that get pooled and used to play impact sounds, catching a bar sound, releasing a bar sounds, etc. They all work fine. But the ones that come from a prop don't. So now the reason this script here, prop finder, is like a, this is our way that we can find out all the props that we have, and we can get a prefab for a prop given a name, and actually load a prop, right? That's the entire thing. The entire whole like asset bundle thing is basically going through this, and this is because this get all prop asset names, for example, which happens in the editor. This is how I know what props to show you, and also here, well, load prop, for example. Let's look at this one first. This one, same thing. So what we do in the populate panel, where we're like, you want to add a prop? Okay, well, let's go find them. I find all the names. Then for each one, I go through and I get a reference to the prefab so I can learn some junk about it. Namely, is it allowed in the editor and stuff? And then I sort them and I add them. And actually, I probably have a thing here I need to fix up as well. But anyway. Actually, Sympathy, I'm not sure if this is a custom font or if it's just that I made that I just zoomed in. It does look, I tried to make it a little bigger on screen for the stream. Also, that makes it easier for me to see too, so that's nice. I don't have the world's biggest monitor back here. Okay, so confession time. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm sick of asset bundles. First of all, I have an excuse now. I have an excuse to get rid of them. Which is this bug. And it really is an excuse, because truth be told, I hate them in general, because every time I change any prop in the game at all, one of the prefabs, I have to rebuild them. It takes forever to rebuild them, and it's super duper annoying. Now, why? Why did I make them asset bundles, you ask? Excellent question. Answer is, in retrospect, not very convincing. Here's what it is. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, the reason is, I thought, oh, I'm going to be working on this game a lot. I'm going to add tons of props to this game, and every time I add a prop into this game, I want it to be easy. I just make the prop, and then boom, it appears in the game, right? Which meant I didn't want to maintain somewhere some list of the props in the game, like a little database, you know? And that's what this allows, right? Is because this, right here, allows this thing to be like, hey, just go find this thing called props.assetBundle, and then tell me all the assets that are inside there, right? Which means I can literally just make a prop, click that it's part of the asset bundle, and boom, right? That's the entire reason I'm doing this, is I wanted to make it easy to not to forget to add one to some list somewhere. But if I can just put them on the list somewhere, I don't need this stupid asset bundle anymore, and I hate it, and it should go away. So what I need to do is I need Prop Finder to magically no longer use asset bundles, but still be able to talk to the game in the same ways it's already been talking to the game. And that's the right choice. So we are going to turn to our good friend scriptable objects to solve this problem. And it's going to be glorious. I've already used scriptable objects in a few places in the game, and it's time for one more. So, scripts data, here we go. So we're gonna be like, we're gonna make a new scriptable object. This is gonna be prop list, prop list, right? That's what it's called. Okay. So now what we gotta do is we gotta do the thing where we look up the stupid syntax for this. Here we go. We go find a reference. So we could find this line here, this magic line. We add that to this. Boop. Now this is now called a scriptable object. And then this thing is going to be the dumbest list ever. I bet I could write like an editor script that would actually populate this for me or something, but we're not going to worry about it too much. So this is just going to be a little thing that can hold a list of all the props in the game. So let's go look at Prop Finder. It expects them to be of type placeable object. That makes sense to me. So for now, let's just try this. Public list placeable object props. Okay, that's it. That's all you do. And this is actually going to be called a the prop list It's in the folder or the menu gymnast prop list. Okay. So now we go here. We go to our... This is gonna be so much better. I'm not gonna have to build asset bundles anymore, and I'm not... If I was doing something crazy where like after the game was released, I could add new props by like downloading asset bundles, that would be one thing. But I'm nowhere near set up to do that in the first place, so we're not gonna do that. Okay, so in just raw data right here, we're gonna be like create gymnast prop list. Okay, this is you know what? Nah, whatever. So then here it is. There's our prop list, right? It's empty. Now let's go down here to prefabs, props, and first of all, we're gonna select all these and make sure that they are not in an asset bundle. Done. 0 asset bundling. And where actually is that asset bundle? It's in streaming assets. Okay. I think the fact that I changed that asset bundle tag is why it's re-importing all these. This should become less frequent as we move on here. So what I want to do is I'm on a mission now. So I'm going to go to the streaming assets folder and the props.asset bundle. These guys can just go away. Go away. Okay. Now, all these props, and not all of them actually. Yeah. Well, let's keep this simple. So we'll go here to our prop list. We're gonna lock the inspector. We're gonna grab all the props in the game. And we're gonna add them to the list. Boom. Okay. Unlock that. Let's go look at it. There we go. We got 49 things. Okay. Now we go to prop finder, which now should be. We're not going to have this thing anymore, and we're going to have instead our prop list. Like that. Okay. Now this thing is like a singleton-y thing. It might need to tweak this a little bit, and we don't need to do this anymore. Boom. Okay. Now what we gotta do is we gotta say if our props is null, do that. Otherwise, we just need to make a string list equals new string of size mprops dot count, and then we say for int I equals 0, I is less than mprops dot count I plus plus list I equals mprops dot props I dot name, and we're going to return that list. Return list. This is little. If I was calling this in lots of places, I probably shouldn't be like rebuilding this array every time. In fact, the caller of this probably could just look at the actual list of props and go through their names. But let's keep this simple. Okay. So what we want to do here now, we don't need to load the asset anymore. So instead what we're going to do is we're just going to be like, we're going to do a very similar loop here. Boop. And then we say like if mprops dot props I dot name equals asset name, then prop obj equals mprops dot props props I dot name. Not dot game object. And that's what we're gonna return, and we should break out of the loop right here. Okay. So then this code relies on that same function and then actually instantiates it, which should be fine as is. Now what we're going to have is a potential problem here where prop finder, because I don't know why I set it up this way necessarily, but it's a singleton, so it, like, first time you ask .instance for it, if it doesn't have one, it makes one of itself. Which means that there isn't one of these sitting around in the scene to assign this. But I think I have a handful of ways I can solve that. One of which I believe is this thing I've actually never used. So I'm sure it'll go work perfectly the first time, right? Prop finder. You can do this thing right here. What does this mean? Default references will only be applied in edit mode. Oh, not in play mode, I guess. Edit mode versus play mode. If I give it this prop list, like that, then whenever one of these is created, it should get that, right? I believe that's the case. I guess we can test this now by running this, because it compiled, didn't it? I think it did. Let's run it. Okay. Okay. So my add prop thing is busted. Look at that. Didn't find anything. Let's go look down here at the don't destroy unload. Oh, is there a way to yeah, prop finder. Okay, its prop list is empty. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay. But first, I'm gonna take a real quick break, refill my drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Oh, hey, BitGamey, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. Alright, we're in the middle of evicting asset bundles from the game. I've had it. There's the final straw, and they're gone now. Kind of. Except that we have a problem replacing them. So, yes, what I'm realizing is this thing here, default references will only be applied in edit mode. I believe what this actually means is if I've got this assigned here, if I go here right now and I create this and I add prop finder to it, I'm going to get that reference set for me automatically. That only happens in edit mode, not at runtime, which is the way I'm currently doing this. So what we got to do is we got to change this thing a little bit to a simpler incarnation of itself, like this. Okay, so this is now just like a dumb, you know, in-scene-ish, like singleton type thingy. So, now, in the game scene, we're going to have this script around somewhere. Let's do that. Alright, so, create empty prop finder. The game scene has got a lot of junk in it now. And you notice not a lot of blue, not a lot of prefabs. Not setting a very good example here for my fellow game developers. Alright, so now this is going to have the prop finder on it with the prop list. There we go. And okay, let's run it now, see what happens. Okay, look at that. We are seeing our props. Can I add them? I can add them. Which means if I can add them in here, the code path is like identical pretty much to loading a level. Oh, hey, Bobo Rosso. Bobu Rosso. Thank you very much for the follow. I'm sure I said your name completely wrong. Thanks for dropping by. Really appreciate it. Saturday stream here, working on this game. Almost done with it, and I keep doing things that are slightly risky considering how done I'm supposed to be. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? Look at that. I almost loaded a level, but not fully. Look at this. What do we got here? So we tried to load a prop and we failed. It looks like it was the landing mats. Right? Probably. Let's go back here. Let's clear everything. Okay. Let's try adding in a landing mat. Is that broken? Okay, it's not broken this way. Level data, load level. Did that one fully load? Looks like it did. What was the deal with this level? Oh, okay. This looks like what's busted is the walls. Let's test that theory. So if we've got something like this level with no walls in it, okay. What about this one? This one had a wall in it, so it should have broken. It looks like it did. No? Well, that? Not sure. Hang on. Let's do this. I am not sure if these are new exceptions or old exceptions, so let's do that. Okay. Level data, load level. This one. Came through okay. Level data, load level. This one. Okay, that one's got one minor problem. That's a new problem I introduced, I believe. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Why is that null though, actually? Well, let's leave that alone for a second. That's leading us to a different problem. But now, why? Let's see, we have a simple level with some walls, like this one. That one loaded okay. Okay. So what is it about? What was it? This one. This one doesn't like it. Okay. All right. Well, first of all, this is the level, I think. We got parallel bars, parallel bars, parallel bars. Chalk. We have a line wall. Landing mat, landing mat, landing mat. Okay. So let's figure this out. So here, right here, is where we freak out, and this must be because this is null. So let's put a breakpoint right there. Okay. Now let's go back here. And let's reload this level. This one. Okay. Now let's walk through this. So the first one, parallel bars, came back with a real thing. Let's skip. Actually, we really want to be breaking here. Oh, did we already lose it? Level data. Load level. This one. Okay. Alright. So we're looking for parallel bars. Step through. We got one. Okay. And there's some data for it. Next. Parallel bars. Step over. We got one. And there's some data for it. Next. Parallel bars. We got one. There's some data for it. Next. Now what this is going to be chalk. Does chalk work? Chalk is null. Chalk is null. What? Oh, you know what? I think that may be very easily explained. It means by chance I happen to load a bunch of other levels that don't have chalk in it yet. That's kind of embarrassing. But okay, so I think the reason is I have prefabs props, but I also have prefabs collectibles, which is stupid because there's one measly item in it. Which means this prop list needs this. Nice round 50 now. Okay, so that's going to fix that. The other thing that I'm already immediately liking very much about this is that for some reason the asset bundle method meant that the first time you came into a level, when you tried to load a level or pressed add in the editor right here, that took like 8 seconds. And now it's instantaneous, which I assume means I'm still paying for that 8 seconds, but I'm paying for it on play, or when you boot the game up, as opposed to the first time you actually need them. So that's cool. I like that already as well. Now let's try our cursed level. Hey! Look at that! Chalk exists. Cool. Okay, now the main reason I was doing this is because now I don't have to build asset bundles anymore, and that's the real underlying psychological cause. But it also should mean that my weird bug with audio mixers should be addressed. And it also means it's going to be faster to iterate on these kind of things, because a second ago we saw that one of these props, this one, maybe it wasn't this one, it was the other one. This one was missing a reference, wasn't it? Oh, wait, not that. Wait, not this one. This one. Oh, they're all there. Do these all have clips? They do. Okay. And this one, we got references, and they all have clips, right? I did want to fix a couple things here, though. So this one is supposed to be looping. None of these should be play on awake, because I am controlling the timing of playing this stuff. There we go. And this one, same thing. This should loop and not play on awake. Wait, I keep doing that where I double click the same thing. This one should be loop, don't play on awake, don't play on awake, don't play on awake. Okay, now look at this. Watch what's gonna happen. Actually, it's the lack of something happening, because I'm not gonna click build asset bundles. I'm just gonna run. This is turning out to be an overdue rage change to the game. Alright, I want to try a level now with motorized rotor in it, like Ballistics 101. And we hear it. We hear it. We hear it right away. So that the asset bundles were somehow screwing up references to the mixers. Yes, and we're not getting any weird exceptions there, so that's good. Now let's go to the other one that was causing trouble, which was... I don't think it was this one, but let's test this one. Oh, look at that. Oh, trapdoor. Trapdoor technically is implemented as an instance, or not instance, but is implemented via the motorized rotor script. It has no audio hooked up. So, two things. One, let's make this code survive if you don't have audio hooked up. Which would be... how do we want to do that? I guess we'll just do it the simple way, which is right here. If, you know, audio loop equals null, or oh, actually, you know, it might be nice if you could set this thing up to only use loop, for example. So we could do it more like this. We could use this thing. Hey, you got an intro? Play it. You got a loop? Play it. You got an outro? Play it. You got this. Gonna need to be in a null check, I think. Oh, there we go. And then same thing here. Well, I guess here I'm inside the null check, so I don't have to do the little question marky things. Okay. So that should make this survive now. You haven't hooked up audio. And in the case of something like the trapdoor, we may just want to use this intro thing. So when you release it, it just plays kind of like a one-off sound. I think that would work well. Yeah, I don't know if we have a great sound already. Let's go see. thinking. Compiling. Okay. Let's see. We could use this maybe? It's a little metallic for what we've got there. What about one of these? Oh, dear God, not that. Not that. Wow, these sounds are overdone. What about these? Yeah, these are our smaller ones that I'd added later. Yeah, we might need to go find something for this. Yeah, I don't think we have a good noise for this. We don't want to use this. No. Okay. Let's find a better sound. So where were we before? I had downloaded, thanks to very much to my good friend BitGamey, I have now downloaded an unbelievably large amount of audio effects from the Adobe Audition library. What could we look in here? We could look in impacts. We could look in industry. Let's look in industry. What we want? We want just like a little like, you know, like or something. Not that. Not a blowtorch, probably. Here, these mechanic lifts often have cool little noises in them. Like that right there. Not bad. Yeah. Oh, not that. That's what we used for the movers already. Oh. There was some good stuff in there. Hopefully it's not too loud on the stream, sorry, as I play all these sudden noises. Let's see. Turn this down a little bit. Okay. That's kind of cool. It's a little wobbly. Ooh, compressor's kind of cool. I like that. I think that's the sound of this thing opening or closing, right? It's got some like pneumatic something or other in it. Right? Not that one. Not that one. Maybe that short one. Or this one. A little long. Let's use one of these. Okay. So let's see. The way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna copy this, and then I'll plop it over into my game folder here. Easy way to do that is to go to here and say, please open this in Explorer. There we go. Sound effects, what is this? We'll put it in the same category here. Oh yeah, sorry Big Game, I need to look into the link thing. I meant to do that between streams. Let's see, what is this? This is gonna be air blast. Okay. Now we're gonna open this up. Okay. Which one do we want? Do we want that or that? Tough decision. One is slightly longer, right? Let's go with the slightly longer one. We'll go like this. Go like this. We will... where did I do my fade out thing? Somewhere here. Was it? I thought it was an amplitude. Fade envelope. There we go. Cool. Save. Back to Unity. Okay, so now in theory, I can just go here to trapdoor and I can say, you only get a intro sound, and the intro sound is the air blast. Oh wait, I need an audio source. Audio source intro. Okay, boom. It's gonna be 3D with a min distance of 1.5 is what I've been using. And our clip is air blast. And our output is world sounds. And that is assigned to the intro audio. Okay. Oh, I gotta build my... No, I don't. I don't have to build my asset bundles anymore because I eradicated them. And so far, I'm really happy with my decision. Alright, what's a level with a trapdoor? Actually, let's test something. I saw that some of my existing players were messing around with the latest build, and they discovered... Oh, okay, looks like I have play on awake turned on there, so we know the sound works. They discovered that you could set this thing up to do what here? You set it up like this, and then you do that. Yeah, and it automatically closes like that. And so then they were realizing if you flip it upside down like this and put it right under the Gymnast, you can get launched, which is kind of cool. Well, it doesn't look like it's playing when the thing actually moves. It's only playing right now when it resets. We have several small bugs to fix with this. First of all, trapdoor. You should not be playing on awake. And then this script is not quite smart enough. Go look at it. Probably because this one is the servo style. And right now the way I am detecting that it's moving is by looking to see if the rotation accumulator has changed. And we may need a problem, or may need to fix it, because when we reset this thing, I think it's playing the sound when it resets as well. Which we can handle a couple ways. We probably don't want to play any sounds if we're paused. Let me think about this. So if we're not simulating, or we're in the countdown, we want we don't want to play anything. Okay, so now I feel like what's going to happen is that's going to fix the stuff happening when I reset, but I think it's still not going to fix the fact that it wasn't playing the sound when it launched me there. Okay, so let's test this. Alright, let's just add one in. Right. Let's just set it right here and say go. Okay, no sound, no sound. That's good. Now we go like this. Yeah, no sound happening there. Let's see if it works if we hook up a signal to it. That's normally how this thing is hooked up. I go like this. I connect that. Sounds like it's playing that sound over and over again, doesn't it? I guess like starting it. Okay. Yep. And it's playing it there, or it stops trying to play that there, and then you finally get to hear it once. Okay. Okay. Now this... actually, before I fix that one, let's quickly look at some of the other cases, like this. Okay, that one works fine when it's just like, hey, I have sound. Okay. Now let's test the other one, Ballistics 101. This should be the same case. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go like this. Clear all. Clear all. Let's add one in like this. It's connected to a bar so that when you grab the bar, it rotates. Okay, that works. If we do turn on and stay on, now that should be the case that it stays on. Cool. Okay, so that's all basically working. So it looks like it's specifically the way the trapdoor works. The trapdoor is a servo, which is down here. Okay, so let's look through this. So up here at the top, we assume we are not moving. Okay. We do some planning here, where we say, if we don't have any kind of input signal or anything, and if we're a motor, we assume we're spinning. If we're a servo, we assume we're not. If we do have an input signal, and it doesn't have any input, then if we're a motor, right, and this means there's nothing connected to it. We have a signal, but nothing's connected. Then we say, hey, if we're a motor, we want to just spin anyway. If we're a servo, don't. But if we have a signal and something's connected to it, then whether we're spinning or not is based on what the signal is saying. Okay. And then we fix it here to say, if we are one shot, meaning once we've ever seen a signal, we're just on now. And then we say, okay, well, if the motor is not on, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. Then we go down here and we say, if we're paused or if we're in a countdown, don't spin yet. And so then right here, I set is moving to that. So this is probably the problem, is that right here, is moving is true for the servo. Probably. Let's look at this again. Yeah, so I think I just need to simplify this. If we make it into here, we have to re-assume is moving is false. Because of the way a servo, we actually just want to see what's happening with it. And yeah, let's try that. Is it really going to be that simple? Guess we'll find out. Alright, let's put in just a regular old trapdoor. Nothing connected to it. And a bar so we can sit next to it. No sound. No sounds happening. Just smack it a little bit. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Now if we set this to be opposite, it's going to want to close. Why isn't that playing a sound though? Okay, now if we put that back and we connect it, there, that worked. Okay. Okay. This is mostly working. What about this scenario? Okay, so everything's working except for the case where this thing is not connected to anything, like this. And we've got it set to sort of flip right at the start, like this. And I have a feeling it's because that's not actually being, that's not actually because we think we're spinning this thing. It's just because the target rotation is just like immediately getting set to Still seems strange to me. I would think that because of the way I've written this, we would be catching it. It's really not the end of the world, but I feel like it'd be nice if I could figure it out. So why is this? We're coming in here on like the first frame, right? And reversed is not clicked. So we come in here. It probably means rote accum is defaulting to some number, right? Probably 0. All right. And our calculated angle we want is probably 0. Trapdoor. Because this thing's angle range is from -90 to 0. Right. It still seems strange because I feel like that means that. Here, let's go like this. Let's put a breakpoint right here. Okay. And let's all right. Boom. And where you? Oh crap! We're already in here. Really? Oh, that's not nice. Why? Oh, okay. Because I'm not actually returning out. I'm just. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's gonna make it a little harder to. Capture what I'm looking for. Let me think, how can I... It's this case, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Should I be... Should I even be wonder if I can... kind of weird that I'm actually running this code when I'm not in a scenario where it should be running. Try this. I think that is a safe change to make. Now I can put this back in here. Hopefully. I'm not sure if that attached properly. Hopefully it did. Okay. No, we just want to add in one of these. Wait a minute. We are still getting... Are we? Still getting that, or is that from before? Yeah, look at this. What's this? What's this junk? Audio loop. The variable audio loop has not been assigned. I know, that's why I put a little question mark thing. Maybe that doesn't work properly. Maybe related to the Unity has some overrides, like they override the is null operator on some things. So like a game object, for example, if you text if it's null, it will say true if it's been destroyed, but actually it still exists. Is maybe related to that. If that's true, then I gotta wrap all these more explicitly. Which, whatever, right? Who cares? Fine, fine. Yeah, I wanted to try using the cool new syntax, but whatever. We'll do it old school. There we go. That may have been part of the problem, because we're throwing an exception in that script, which means that the script would not keep updating. Although that looked like it was only happening in the earlier case. Let's try this again. In the case where we weren't in the game, we were in the editor or other places. Okay, so okay. Now, no more exceptions. That's nice. What's happened to our breakpoint though? Oh, we're not attached. Are we now? Maybe. Maybe we are now. We are now. Okay. But really what I want to do then is I want to go like this. I want to go like this. I want to go like this. I want to go to edit mode. And now I want to re-enable this breakpoint. Hopefully that's going to work. Oh, yes. Okay. So here we are. We are a servo. What did we decide? We decided motor on is false. Okay. What's our rotation direction? It's -1. We're not reversed, so it's going to stay -1. And so what did we think we were at? We think we're at 0. Okay. This is non-zero. So we believe we're moving. But we're in the countdown. We're in the countdown. And so we're going to, yeah, okay. So that may be the problem. I think it was like we're in the countdown, so we hit stop on all the audio, but we still marked was moving as true. Means the next frame, even though it was still moving, we didn't think there was a change in movement, so we didn't play the intro sound. And that was really because that was happening on essentially the first frame. That's a plausible explanation right there. When we go like this, we hit play, nothing's gonna happen. Cool. Why is that? Why is that chevron sitting there? Oh, is that? I think that was a test object I need to get rid of. Go look. Oh no, we do have just like a rogue quad here. They're all just sitting there. Okay, I gotta fix that. Okay, alright. So now we go here, go like this, set this to this, hit done, hit play. What? Why not? Darn it. Okay. There we go. We think we're moving. Right? But we're in the intro. I think we're moving, but we're in the intro. We think we're moving, but we're in the intro. We think we're moving, but we're... Oh no, we don't think we're moving anymore. Did we already complete our... Yeah, because this crap is happening in the intro. We don't want this crap to happen in the intro. Right. Okay. Right, it already, under the hood, moved the target rotation. Which may be part of the reason that it's launching the Gymnast. So my playtesters might be mad at me for fixing this. But what are you gonna do, right? I really should be returning in this case and in this case. And now I think what this is gonna mean is that the launch capability of this thing, when used with its weird little side effect, is going to be reduced. But in theory, might actually behave more like we wanted. So here we go, boom, nothing, no sounds, that's expected. Go here, go like that. There it is. There it is. And now, if I try the alpha early player test like this, you still get launched, alright? Right? Players were using this to make little like launchers, which is kind of fun. And I suppose if I tilt myself a little bit, yeah, kind of cool. Almost like I could make a diving game. Here we go. Okay, sounds are working on that now, and we are not throwing any more exceptions. So that's very good news. Okay, so that was that. But I also changed fundamentally the asset bundle structure of the game in a way that is made me very happy. So clicking that one checkbox was really more valuable than it appeared. Confetti cannon sound. Does the confetti cannon have a sound? I don't think it does. Let's go remind ourselves what sounds happen when you complete a level. Let's look at this larger, shall we? Okay. Let's see. This is kind of a fun level. Okay, you get a second to relax here. But you can't stay on these parallel bars too long because the mats are going to drop, so you gotta go like this. Oh, no, not like that. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see, how do I want to get up onto there? Oh, see? That's what I was talking about. Okay, here we go. We are going to stretch out here so that we can get one more grab here. So that, oh no, 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 no. Okay, so all I have is a crowd sound right now. Let's confirm that with a level that I can beat over and over easily. Like, this one's kind of fun. Yeah, so we need like a noise, right? For the confetti being shot out of the little confetti cannons there. Okay. Let's go find a suitable noise. What is that gonna be? Is there anything in household, you think? Probably not. Air conditioner, ambience, luggage, blenders, blinds. What is it? What? Actually, we're gonna want... Maybe it's more like an impact or something. Or I think in... Was it industry? Cork popping, that's a good idea. Yeah, we want like a boom. You know? Boom. This was a lot easier when I was working on Jellycar because I just made all the sounds myself. Boing. Let's see. Ooh. That's actually pretty close. Maybe add like some echo or something to that. Rubber band snapping. Interesting. Let's see. What else we got here? We got a lot of options here. I thought I had something too in... No. Oh, BitGamey. Now I have an idea for an app. You make a noise in the mic and then it finds the nearest sound effect for it. That is a killer app. Every indie game developer in the world is gonna be like, hey, I just need like a swoosh, you know? I just need like a whatever. Alright, let's see. Foley? You know, I need like the sound of one of those like t-shirt launchers that they use at like events. Let's see. I thought there was something though. Was it in impacts? Glass. These are gonna be loud. Yeah. Not exactly. No. Metal pipe? No. No. Wait. No. Milk carton? No. PVC pipe. Really? Sword? No. Okay. There must have been something here in industry. Although that rubber band sound from a second ago, that may have been the one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wait. Oh no. There's an air gun. It's a cool sound. That's not. No. Nope. That was in household, right? Yeah. Rubber band. Briefcase, broom sweep. Yeah. Wait, where was it? It's not this. Is it in Foley? No. Where was it? Wasn't in impacts, was it? Pretty sure it wasn't. Yeah, let's go like this. Let's search for household rubber band plug 01. There it is. Okay, that's the closest thing. That is by far the closest thing. So we can go back here and we're gonna say make a new folder. Okay. So okay, so I get rid of the delay at the beginning. Now we add some like reverb. Preset. What do we want? Okay, no. Weird. Alright. It's getting closer. It's a little bassy. Let's see. Ooh, I like the... Let's see, what is this thing doing to it? This is crazy how different you can make it sound. Okay. No. I see, that's like way down the hall somewhere. Inside car was close. That's pretty cool. So what is it doing? Damping the low frequencies and the high frequencies. Okay, width was at 100%. What if I said 150? What does that do? Doesn't seem to do much. Huh. Doesn't seem to do a lot with me changing these, which is weird. Smaller room. I don't get it. Doesn't seem like it does anything. There must be more to it than just these sliders here. Yeah. Okay, let's see. And now it's like blowing out the amplitude though. Maybe we just want like an echo. Yeah, it's like way too long. Is that updating? Doesn't feel like it's updating. Oh, left and right. Ew. How do I make this thing mono? Oh, look, there's a fade in and fade out right there. Probably should have used that in the past. How do I make this thing mono? Feels like remix, right? No? Okay. Right. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, so we can go to our confetti cannons, which I really should make a model for at some point. They're just 2 cylinders. Okay. Audio source. This is this. And it's on the world sounds mixer output. It's 3D, please. Actually, let's make this 2D. I want you to hear it no matter what, because this is the level ending. Okay. Do not play on awake. Okay, and then it's got this, so we just need to add a reference to an audio source. Okay. Where do we... Okay, we turn that off there. Right here. So, if... Okay. All right. Here's your sound. All right, test it. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Oh, almost got up there. It's not bad. I think it kind of gets the job done. Really should make a slightly better model for that. Confetti looks nice though. That confetti looks kind of dumb though. I have like some little confetti that's supposed to be shooting out of the metals when you get them. Doesn't look very good though. Let's improve or remove confetti on results metals. And then confetti cannon improved launcher model. Okay. Alright, so we did that. Now we still have some more sounds we could work on. But, you know, there's only so much sound editing you can do at one time. So maybe to finish off the stream today, I could grab just one other small task and do it. Let's see, what do we got? Alright, this avatar hair checkup. This is going to take a little while. This is going to take a little while. This is pretty easy. Could plop that in potentially. Put this back. Let's do this real quick. I wanted to look at this. So, oh, and I already had a bug anyway with the trajectory preview that I saw today. So let's fix this up. So this needs to, on start, clear the preview. That was the bug where the little chevrons were hanging out there if you've never actually gone into slow-mo. And then secondarily, I wanted to go here. The one place we do this is in Gymnast. I wanted to try and add a little bit of like extrapolation to this. And so I think what I need to do is I need to know how the velocity has been changing over time and then apply some of that change into the future. Right? So that I get a little more like By the time you let go, it's going to look more like this kind of thing. So let's just try that. So we could do something like, let's see. Let's do this. Private vector 3 m com vel history. And this thing's gonna be, you know, like 4 updates worth of history. So then what we could do here, yeah, let's try this super simple right now. So what we're going to do is we want to take all the elements that are currently in the list, we want to shift them down 1 and add the new thing to the top. So int I equals comvel history dot length -1. I is greater than 0, I minus minus, and then we just say mcom vel history I is equal to mcom vel history I -1. When we start, we're going to be on the last one, we're going to grab the one above it and copy it down, and we'll go up to the next one, grab the one above it, copy it down, and then right here we do mcom vel history 0 is equal to the current value. Okay, then change going to be the current vel. I guess I don't really even need the whatever. This minus mcom vel history length -1. Okay, so that's our change over the last 4, you know, frames or whatever, or updates. Looks like it's frames in this case. Probably would be smarter to do this in fixed update. We may want to then say, okay, so we can sort of normalize that into the change per frame, but smooth, but kind of looking at a 4-frame window. Then we can project this a little bit forward, so we'd be like com vel plus equals vel change times how many frames do we want to peek into the future, right? Let's try 2. Okay. Now that's got some kind of gross numbers that are just in the code right now. And so what we may want to do, yeah, let's try this. Where do we have that? Right here. So we could just quickly be like public float trajectory preview extrapolation factor is going to be 2.0. And we'll actually multiply by that value. Okay. Now I think, I don't know if that's actually going to work or not. This might not be doing what I think it's what I want it to do, but let's see. Okay, classic test. Just gymnast and a bar. Uh-oh. What's the deal here? What did I do? Ah, start. It's not getting called on these. Okay. All right. Okay. We got some jitter we've introduced into the equation here. Why would that be? My loop's bad? Quite possibly. Okay, what's the deal there? Been doing this wrong? Every frame we're gonna shift these all down one. Which leaves 0 empty, and then 0 gets this put in. Yeah, let's look at something here. Actually, what I kind of want to know is how much has the velocity rotated, right? So that would be angle between. I want to know the angle between the current comm bell and the comm bell history at the end. Right? What's wrong with this? Was obsolete. Use vector 3 dot angle. Okay, fine. Fine. Angle. This is going to give me degrees, right? Okay. And now we're not going to do any adjustment yet. Okay. It's only going to happen in slow-mo. Yeah, 2 degrees, 1 degrees, slowing down, 0. Okay. So if we're flipping around here fast, like this. Okay, those numbers seem fairly smooth. Wait, why did we get some zeros in there? Oh. It's because we're doing this in update. Probably not a good idea to do this in update. That's why we were getting the jitter as well. Every so often there was the zeros popping into here. So this function up above here is fixed update, right? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So I might want to do this. Oops. Do this. We only want to. We only want to update this in update. So we have to do. Do that. Then we actually need to do it in here. Okay. Now we need a here. Private float and trajectory. What do I call it? This. It's not a float. It's a vector 3. Okay, and then this is the vel. So the center of mass and the velocity. Then we're going to go find that. I need to set it right here. Okay. Okay. Now let's just double check that now in this case. In this case, we're not getting zeros in there anymore. Okay, good. Alright, so then what my thought here is that right here we get the turn axis, which would be the cross product of the current vel and the previous. Let's do this. Vector 3 pre-vel, which is this. Okay. Let me get the angle change. Let me get the amount, the axis around which that change happened by doing the cross product here, so that we can then decide how much we want to turn our preview in addition. So we would do no. We want to do column equals quaternion dot angle axis. The angle is going to be angle change times the factor thing. This. And we're going to turn around this axis times column vel. So we're going to rotate it. Okay. Now, let's go find our gymnast. Okay, and the trajectory preview thing, let's set this to 1. Okay. Alright, so now in theory, I could be rotating this the wrong way right now if I got the cross product backwards. Kinda looks like maybe it is. Let's see. We can test this too by cranking up the extrapolation factor. Yeah, so my guess is that that's backwards. Let's look at this. If I go to the gym, not the avatar, I go to the gymnast, which is right here, and I set this to -2, let's say. Oops. Get spinning here. Right, like if I set this really high, like -10. Yeah, now we're dramatically overestimating how much, how far we're gonna go, okay? I set that to 0. It behaves just like it used to. Okay, so if I set this to like -2, it's predicting like right there we're gonna go straight up. Oh, not bad, let's test it. It's like right there if you want to go straight up. Not bad. Maybe it's actually a little bit over estimating right now. Yeah, it's slightly overestimating. Look at that. Okay. How about -1? I don't like it's negative though, so I have to go switch the order of my cross product. That was pretty accurate. So if I want to catch back onto this bar, right? I want to let go like right there. I was still maybe slightly under. It said I was going to go more to the left than I did. It's never going to be perfect because it depends on how you change your body shape over the course of it. But this seems to be fairly helpful. Let's see. There. Can I catch back on? Yeah, that was pretty much what it said. It was going to be dicey. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so 1 is pretty darn close. This is way more accurate than it was before, too. That says I should miss it. Yeah, which I do. Okay. I mean, it's never going to be perfect, but this is definitely an improvement. See there, it was underreporting lately. Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright. So for now the number is going to be 1. And we just need to fix this. Like that. And get rid of this debug print for now. Alright, let's just double check this and then we'll be at a good stopping point for today. Let's see, let's actually go like this. And let's go to the practice gym. Nice. Oh, missed it. Alright. Pretty happy with those improvements to the trajectory preview. Cool. Alright. So, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for today. Plus I hit my 2 hours. And the stream didn't crash or anything. So that's good. That's encouraging. We made some good progress today. Fixed up a bunch of sounds, fixed some bugs, totally redid the asset bundle system. Alright. It's actually Saturday. I have some time too. Shall we try doing this thing that people do on Twitch where they raid each other? Right? Let's try it out. How do I do that? I think I gotta go here to my... Oh wait, turn that off. Okay, I gotta go to the creator dashboard, right? Is that where I do this? Where do I even do this? Manage stream? Here we go. Raid channel. Let's see. Okay, it gives you some people I follow, I see. Or is there another way to do this? Can I like browse or something? Let's go see who's streaming in the code category. Oh, someone working on the Game Maker's Toolkit Jam. That's cool. A couple people doing that. We should do one of these. Let's see. Yeah, a bunch of people working on game jams right now. That's cool. Let's see. How about... So can I go here? Can I do this? Alright, let's try this. I've never done this before. Okay, there we go. I press this button here. All right.
You just don't crash into mountains, which